Auto harvesting past 50% max weight, phoenixes are going to be breedable soon, and you can even pick and choose which resource you wish for your Anky to gather when out and about. Wildcard just dropped a crazy insane amount of quality of life features, and I believe most players don't even realize how game-changing these are. So without further ado, let's dive in and talk about it. So diving right in and starting things off, let's talk about a easy and simple one, and that is an auto run feature. You spend a lot of your time in this game actually running. Either it's running to find and meet a friend, running to a base location when a brand new server drops, or hell, running back to your corpse over and over and over again after you have died. So you name it here, the auto run feature is finally making its way into the game, and it looks like you're going to be able to actually toggle this via the action wheel in the game. Press and hold the action wheel, toggle it on, and there you go. Your character's going to just start auto running in whatever direction you are currently facing. I believe if you take any damage and you provide any damage, we'll probably break that auto run, so just keep that in mind. But overall, it's a huge quality of life feature here coming to the game in the near future. And speaking on another quality of life feature that I know a lot of players are going to love, especially my PvPers out there, and that is the checking your armor's durability on the fly. They mentioned here that if you press and hold H on the keyboard at any point in time, if you are wearing any sort of armor pieces, you will then see a display on the screen of how much durability you have on each individual piece. So gone are the days that you were just randomly running into a fight blind, not exactly sure how much durability you have, and then it just breaking mid-fight, leaving you absolutely stranded or even to get decimated by whatever you're going up against. Again, just a really nice quality of life feature here that everybody has been asking for quite some time. Now, this next one here, solo players, you're going to love this. The Anky, the Doedic, and the Dunkle are all getting targeting harvesting options. So essentially, let's say you are harvesting metal, right, carrying your Anky around, and instead of it farming, metal and flint and some stone, for instance, you will actually be able to set it to only gather metal, which is, mwah, dude, an absolute chef's kiss here. Again, another huge quality of life change. It's going to make a big difference for your farming, and it's going to cut down on a lot of the stopping midway of your metal farm, then dump out all the useless resources to make more room to collect more metal, so that way you don't have to come back as frequent. Again, just absolutely something a lot of players have wanted. And it doesn't just stop there. They took it even a step further by providing another huge quality of life feature, and that is related to the exact same three dinos. We've got the Anky, the Doed, and the Dunkle. All three of these now have the ability to actually collect more than 50% of their max weight. So once again, going back to an example, maybe you're carrying the Doed around to collect as much stone as possible. It will no longer stop collecting stone once it hits above its 50% max carrying capacity. It will now be based on whatever the flyer is or whatever the mobility is that you're utilizing to bring the Doed around. It will be able to collect more than 50% and then allow you to carry a lot more resources. Again, just another really awesome quality of life feature that a lot of players have been asking forever, it seems like. Now, shifting gears a little bit here to the PvP side of things, Wildcard is bringing back the mech blueprints when it comes to tinkering. So you're going to be able to tinker the mech blueprints once again. However, only with themselves. So no more crazy stacking with, external blueprints or anything like that. So hopefully this should cut down on all of these crazy overpowered mechs that we have seen in the past before they took away the ability to tinker with the mech blueprints, but obviously only time is going to tell. I'm not a big PvP player in the game. If you know any more information about that, let me know down below in the comment section. And continuing down the PvP rabbit hole, we've got some additional adjustments related to that. One is going to be the Tesla stun turret. Now, this one here is getting a slight adjustment. They didn't give us too much information, but likely, somewhere along the lines of trying to reduce the overuse when it comes to base defenses. And secondly here, the Dreadnoughtus also got some crazy shifts. They've actually did a decrease in the overall health that the creature has, and secondly here, the decrease the amount of damage that the poison does provide when utilizing its ability. This one I know is a huge one, as a lot of players have complained a ton about these Dreadnoughtus being just insanely overpowered and then overused when it comes to the PvP side of things. And I've heard rumors on both sides of this argument, right? Some PvP players that I know really like this change and are excited about it, and then I heard other people talk about how they're not excited about this because they've kind of been utilizing this Dreadnoughtus strategy to their advantage for quite some time. So again, like I said, I'm not a big PvP player, but this is definitely huge, and I do think it's going to potentially shake up the meta meta that we currently see in the game. Again, let me know what your thoughts are on that down below. And now next up, let's dive into some creature changes and adjustments, and personally to one of my favorite creatures in the game. That's going to bring us to the Spino, the Mammoth, and the Bronto. All three of these are going to be getting a significant health bonus. All right, so they're going to be getting more health to their overall total health pool for these three creatures. Obviously, we have to wait till we find out exactly what that health bonus is and compare that to the other creatures that we currently have in the game to really tell how good it is. Also additional when it comes to the creature changes, we also have an increased speed flying boost here for Quetzals. And man, was this not something that was needed, dude. I have not seen a single person tame a Quetzal, to be honest with you, ever since the Rhinonadas that have been added into the game. I don't even know if that's how you properly say the name, but that creature is so overpowered when it comes to the flying creatures you can get in ASA that I just believe the Quetzal is completely, pointless or useless at this point. I feel like most people just go for a Rhino and then never look back, and I believe Quetzals have just fallen off the face of the earth, right? And with that being said, I'm glad to see they're going to be providing a speed boost to hopefully increase that. Again, we're going to have to just compare that speed boost to other creatures in the game, to the Rhino, you name it, the perks you get from the Rhino versus the Quetzal. I mean, there's a lot of conversation to have around this, but in general, I love to see that they're providing additional speed bonus here when it comes to Quetzals and them flying, and maybe it'll bring them back into, people utilizing them more over something like the Rhino or other flying creatures. And last but certainly not least, when it comes to the creature changes, that brings us to the Phoenix, baby. That is right, the Phoenix is officially becoming breedable. Wildcard stated in this week's community crunch that is on the horizon, that they're going to be bringing breeding mechanics to the Phoenix. I know a lot of people are going to be very excited for this, especially all of my ARK trading fanboys out there. Man, it's going to be huge, dude. People are going to be going after the appropriate stats. People are no longer going to be utilizing the Phoenix as like a trophy tame, keeping it at base so they don't lose it, because realistically speaking, nobody wanted to bring it into a fight. Nobody wanted to carry it around the map besides for show, because with the risk of losing it and how tough it was to actually get when it was first added into the game. So now we're going to be able to breed them. You'll have an abundance of them. You'll be able to utilize them to your advantage and sell off the ones that you do get some really insane stats on. Again, man, just another W here by Wildcard. And so whether you are a solo grinder, a PvP warlord, or a breeder that is out to get the best possible bloodline, this upcoming update on quality of life changes seems to have a little bit of something for every single player. You guys let me know what you guys are most excited for down below in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on the channel for everything ARK Survival Ascended related. And with that being said, as always, guys, I'll see ya on the next one.